Hey y'all, what's up? How are you guys doing? Um, I'm here watching certain parts of the show because the sound went out for a little bit. I'm in Nashville, not North Carolina, or Nashville, Tennessee. The sound went out for a little bit. We normally watch Smackdown on a regular TV channel. Didn't want to work, so I had to download Fox Now. I thought it was production on WWE because I always praise production. It was the app. So I missed part of the Edge and Grayson matches when I watch it now from YouTube. And then I missed the ending. So the ending that showed up on YouTube first. So I could see that. That I already saw that. Now it froze on me. And now, because we went to get my son's Domino's pizza Friday tradition for him. And sorry, I'm trying to pay attention and do this at the same time. I should have just did this after, and I got stuff on my teeth because I'm eating a steak burrito from the food truck up the street, which I get every time I come here. So, so my take on the thing, I've been sick. Between this altitude of being in the mountains, the dry heat, being hot outside, go back and forth from the extreme heats in the air, and allergies on top of that, it's just been a mess. So like my hair was down, I was all cute, and I was like, look, it's 10 o'clock, okay? I was about to put my glasses on, which I should do. So, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Hold on, I can't breathe and talk. With you. Okay, I'm eating real unhealthy today. I had what did I eat for breakfast? Leftover pizza. Because for me, I'm more convinced of eat it. If I don't feel like cooking, eat it what's in the refrigerator, okay? Leftovers could be breakfast, just like cereal could be dinner. Okay, so I'm eating a steak burrito for the food truck. And this is half the burrito. That's half. It's so freaking big for $8. And it's good. And it's worth the money. He should charge more. I can't even eat the other half. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. Then I got these. Okay. Then I don't even drink soda like that, especially not caffeinated. So like if I'm drinking soda, it's a sip or two of Sprite, maybe some mostly ginger ale. But I drink hot tea and water. But I had a taste for this. I haven't had that in years. Like what is going on with me? Okay. Anyways, Smackdown tonight because I didn't do Money in the Bank. Where were we when Money in the Bank came on? Oh, we were here, and I was really, really badly sick. Was I here?
Have you ever met either of them? Yes, both. And have they said this to you, or have you said this to them? No, not at all.
Yeah, I can't remember. And then last Friday I didn't do it because I think I fell asleep right after Smackdown. Like the allergies and stuff here have been worse for me than North Carolina. So today's Smackdown was, I want to say,
good luck to you. Congrats on all the success. Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Good. I want to say last week's, if I can remember, because I did not do a thing on it. Might have been a little bit better. Today's Smackdown was basically the bloodline show. And I say that every week. But for you to have a segment at the beginning and the end, and because you're so well respected and you paid your dues and all of that, and the story is such an intricate story, then you get two segments. Like that's crazy. Okay, so for me, the first part started off great. I tweet about it all the time, so follow me. I am Danny Britt. On Twitter, IAmDANIBRITT. Every Friday I tweet about it. I don't have cable anymore, so I don't watch Raw, which I miss Raw. Now I didn't watch the whole thing from, especially during the school year because my son goes to bed at a certain time because I had to be to work at 8. I would catch it till 9:30. Like 11 o'clock for me is crazy. Not the way I want my sleep. So I would catch most of it. And I've said prior to that Raw women's storyline was carrying them. Like outside of Seth, Raw women's storylines would carry Raw. I don't know if that's changed because of the mix up. Like they have a lot of people there that I love now, like the Alpha Academy and Ricochet and Braun and Ronda them over there. So they're still carrying the women with Becky and all of them. And now the Judgment Day is kind of have ripples in it, just like Bloodline, from what I've seen. So that's very interesting over there. They also have some flatline stories to me, which is kind of like Natalya and Rhea. Like we understand Natalya is the OG and Rhea is the women's champ, but if you go mix them together, give them a better storyline. And I watched Total Divas, and I remember when Lana said, "Excuse me, that Natalya doesn't know how to cut a promo." Honestly, she doesn't really. I remember when I used to watch, and I think I saw her at Tamina. I used to watch here and there, and I saw her and Beth, and I didn't even know it was Beth at the time. And I was like, "Who's the girl with the pink hair? She's very pretty. I like her." But I've never heard her talk. I just saw her wrestle. Anyways, so with Smackdown now, it's a mix because the storyline with the women are getting better. Damage Control is having some ripples in it, just like Bloodline and what's her name? But where's Dakota? I missed that part. Like, did she injure? Is she on vacation? Is she pregnant? Um, she's just taking a break. Okay. Um, let me. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so and I sound stuffy, don't I? Okay, I sound a little better. Okay, so it started off with the bloodline segment, and Paul was talking about, "Oh, can't nobody hush me," and Solo put the mic on. I said, "Oh, I guess two people can hush you because you got quiet quick. I don't know if you got quiet because you were scared, or if you got quiet because you're confused." He shut the hell up. Also, this is not my color. I know my color is lime green. It's been like that since I was 10. Thanks to Scary Spice. Okay. And so well, maybe I need to put on my favorite second color on here, which is orange. Oh, there. Okay. That's too dark. Well, I guess the blue had to do. Um he got quiet and then Roman came out. So then the whole situation, I don't know. I went into the room to check on my son. We were watching it together. I think he went to go try to find something to eat or something. And then I come back. Jimmy's on the side looking like Jay's standing there like this. And the sap, the when they say that they like doing their family segments because it takes them back to being kids, like wrestling in the backyard, wrestling in the house, breaking stuff in the house, getting in trouble. Like you can tell that they're family. And see the glare on my thing because, and you could tell Jay Solo's probably too small to wrestle with them. Jay is the baby out of the three. You could tell because when he stands in that ring, even now being a grown man, and he stands like this, it's like it's like Joe grow up telling them, Roman grew up telling them what it was going to be. They went along with it for a little bit. After a while, Jimmy was like, "Hell no, I ain't doing that. I'm about to go tell." So Jimmy on the side, Jay like, "I'm gonna go along with it," or they probably was like, "You ain't got to do it." The other one's probably like, "You got to do it." In his mind, he's playing a character of that, but it probably brings him back to that because he stands there like a little helpless kid. And I said, every time I look at him standing there with Roman, I said, you could tell he was the baby. Like you could tell them two used to try to convince him to do stuff because it shows in his body language and it shows in his face. Also, um, when they start breaking out a fight, I say, don't do it. He's manipulating you. I said, his character is a narcissist. Very much so. Gaslighting Roman. As soon as he got down to the knee, I was like, he gonna do something. And he did the in the middle punch thing. Got Jimmy. He finally got solo Spike Jay. All that, and then they put him on a thing, which I know they know, like, we gotta sell him on TV. This is what we love to do. This, that, the third. But when Solo got on the ramp thing to jump onto the audience, to the announcement table to get Jimmy, he looked nervous. Like, I know, but he's been here less than a year. Not saying like wrestling less than a year, but he's been main roster less than a year. So they're probably used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay and Roman's been down this path for 3 years on and off. Jimmy's joined, 2.5 years. Solo's like he was worried. He looked, you could tell, you could see in his eyes. I read body language to me. Like words don't mean much for me. For me, it's action and body language. That's how I am. I don't know if it's how I was raised or people want to say your sign or whatever, but that's what it is for me. So when he got on the edge, he was looking. He didn't say much but his eyes. Okay? And his eyes look like, I want to sell this, but I don't want to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? That's still my brother. And that's exactly how he looked. And after he did it and Jimmy laid on the thing, he made that face like the face that he does, but he still looked nervous in his face. And I could be wrong, okay? But that's what it gave off for me. Okay? So after that happened, what happened after that? It was Lord, I forgot. Sheamus and Theory. I was like, Lord, please let Sheamus get the title, okay? I'm tired of Theory getting the title. And I said, as much as Roman wants to be the top heel, he's not the top heel. Off the rip, my top 3 heels for like the most hated in the industry would be Dominic Mysterio's number 1. They don't even let Homeboy talk at all. 2, Theory. And people hate him because some people hate him actually in like his character because of this trying to put him over too fast, like how they try to do Pretty Deadly. And he lost every match last year up until he cheated and got the title. Like what they said, he was like, somebody had a poster was like he was 22-0, and I was like, the hell? Like he had the longest losing streak. Now it's probably Corbin, but he had the longest losing streak out. Okay, and then it would be Roman. Everyone else that personifies as a heel is not really a heel to me. They walk that fine line. Like you're supposed to be a heel, but people love you. Like these 3 people, a lot of people generally hate their character. Now my son loves the bloodline. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care if they wear clown suits. Happy, like he loves all of them, good or bad. And then yeah, then they lost. So then he was about to win. Then Pretty Daddy come out and in choir shirts. Them the shirts we used to wear when we had to go to choir. Had choir performance in high school, middle school. Came out in the shirts. So I was like, where the hell is the brawling boots at? I know it's time and this stuff. But then the brawling boots come out. Y'all know I love Butch. I love that finger manipulation thing. I love that. He's that friend. Everybody needs a Butch in their arsenal, okay? Butch is that friend when you like, yo, I got this problem. He like, say less. You ain't got to go into detail with him. He's stealing off the rip. That's Butch. He don't care about going to jail. He don't care if you cuss him out. He gonna do what he gotta do to help handle the situation and leave. Like, and whether you want to believe it or not, whether it's a friend or a family member, everybody got a Butch. Everybody knows a Butch type character. But I love him. So, because that's what he did before Money in the Bank qualified that Friday. He just ran up there. That was last Friday. He just ran up there and stole off. And my son's dad was over here cracking up. I said, here come Butch, here come Butch. I said, he ain't about to talk either. But they came out late. They tried to help him. Theory won by holding his pants again. I wonder how long that's gonna last, because him and Sheamus and the Brown Boots been going at it for a while. So the only thing I can probably think of next week will probably be Theory and Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Brutes. If they didn't done that already, I can't even remember. And then was I want to say the Grayson Waller effect. So Gary's yelling at me. Hold on. Okay, so I don't even remember where I was at. I think, yeah, I said Grayson Waller and Edge, right? I think it was that, the conversation. And then that's when my hair's itching. That's when he was trying to say something about Madison Square Garden, and Grayson kept acknowledging, like trying to acknowledge, oh, he's about to retire, blah 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 blah. And I was like, because before he came out, I said, Grayson been on main roster since May. I was like, I don't think my man's had a match since, because I was like, Pretty Deadly had matches, the girls had matches, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't think. So he finally got his match with Edge. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be his first match. Okay, so the fact that Edge was on the show today is everything to me. Okay, I didn't like him at first when he first came to WWE. Out of the three, because he was just so like over stupid. Like they made him goofy stupid. But growing up, tag teams was a big deal. Growing up for me, like outside of everyone was great, like Triple H, Stone Cold, Rock, all of them, Undertaker, all of that. But it was the groups of the tag teams for me, and I've mentioned this before. It was the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, the Christian and Edge, DX, Rock and Sox. You know what I'm saying? Even with like King and Undertaker, like for me, even when like Rock teamed up with like Rikishi or teamed up with Chris Jericho or teamed up with like, it was the team ups for me. Like I love tag teams, and I think that's why my son is like that too now. Like he loves Alpha Academy, he loves the Usos, he loves New Day, he loves Street Profits, and Ricochet and Braun has been our favorites too. Okay, so we solo acts are cool, love them, but we love the group in the tag team. So like for me, if that was me, for Edge to be my first match, I would have freaked out. Freaked out. You hear me? So that was that. And then the sound had partially went out. And I thought it was production and stuff. And I was like, why? And it was like they're cussing. Forgot they're in New York. Next Friday is supposed to go to Raleigh, which is where my son and I live. Hopefully we get tickets. Because we've been back home where I'm from, the DC area, to see them. We've been 2.5 hours away from Raleigh and Charlotte to see them. We almost went to Greensboro to go see them in December, but LJ was here in Nashville. We come here sometimes in Nashville. Had we known about SummerSlam last year, I would have got him them tickets. But we did. We have family in Orlando. Like if we're in the area and we could get there, we can get there. But we been to a show. They had a show in Fayetteville. And when I found out about it, but I waited last minute because paychecks and all of that, bills and stuff. And we normally sit on a ramp on the side because even sitting on the bottom, if you have on the floor, if you have like you're not in the first two rows, it's kind of like to me no point because if you are in the last four rows and there's people in front of you that are taller, how can you see? Like for us, the ramps are better because even though I might be someone taller, they're a step down, if that makes sense. So we sit on the side in the 100 seats. Anyways, so after that, it was Oscar come out, which this segment was a little slackish because I think last week too, because Women's Month I said they need to have at least half the matches and stuff be for women because it's Women's Month in March. So I was like, whether it's a talking segment in 2 matches, 3 talking segments, 2 different talking segments in 1 match. This time it was just 1. So after the Grayson Waller effect, it was AJ and Karrion Kross, which thanks to I like this matchup. I like this rivalry, and I think it's because this is the first one where a male superstar has actually had a female help. Like the one with McIntyre and him didn't fit. It was the name kept. He didn't have no help. He didn't have no. They don't have like valets and stuff unless you're married now. And then the one with him and Shinsuke to me didn't make sense. I was like, why? So the one for him and AJ made sense. I was like, oh, AJ just came back. Because I was like, I miss AJ. And as soon as I said that he came back, I was excited. My son loves him too. So he comes back. Beach it. I was like, last week, I was like, this is going to be an ongoing feud. If they add the layers to it, if they add the promos to it, it could be a thing. They could have some ultimate win-all, be-all match come August in Pittsburgh. Those get back stuffed up. And that could be the end of that. You know what I'm saying? But Karrion can move on to his next person. Grayson or somebody. But I like the matchup. I like the fact that Big Shit is out there helping him. So when Scarlett tried to pull something like she did, I said she hit Karrion in the forehead. I don't like the fact, and I'll say this, compared to AEW, and I don't watch AEW often. I watch it less than I watch NXT. I will say that AEW, they actually give them, it's 3 hours because it's once a week, but they actually give them time to talk and wrestle. Like each match is at least 10 minutes. Because the Bloodline took up and the Brawler Brute took up probably 30-40 minutes in the first 2 segments, they had to cut AJ and Karrion's match 3 minutes, which I didn't like because I knew it could be a good match. And I grow to like Karrion because I watch him on Up, Up, Down, Down. I don't even know his real name. But I was like, it shows his personality because like outside of him, the screen going black and he's saying whatever he's saying, I'm like, outside of that, I'm like, his character is kind of one-sided and I want to see other sides. So that Woods Gaming Show has done something, you hear me? Because it actually humanizes them. It actually makes you like them in the ring as well if you didn't like them prior to. So shout out to Up, Up, Down, Down and Woods and stuff for creating that because he did something, okay? He even had my son and I watching. Next up with Bugs. Who was it? It was Bugs. I can't say homeboy's name. I can never say his name. With the blonde hair, dude with the blonde hair that's from Japan. And Riddle and was it Ricochet? It wasn't Ricochet. It was someone else because they was like, I gotta go. They had to go to work. I think it was Ricochet. No, I'll think of it later. But they even got us watching those. To keep it loose. The only ones I don't really watch are like left, right ones. I don't know why. I can't really get with those. Anyways, So we saw that, and I was like, that was a short match, because when you expect AJ to be in the ring, when you expect certain people to be in the ring, AJ, veterans, AJ, Seth, Dolph, Biz, depending on the, if, you know, good day, stuff like that, you expect the match to be magical. You know it's going to be a great match. You know it's going to be the resiliency that they have, and the experience that they have. And for it to be cut short sucked. Okay, when Oscar came out, I was like, oh, okay. And then Oscar, and I was like, huh. And then she said, welcome. And then Bianca came out and played her music. I was like, Bianca ran out there. I said, homegirl got boots on. Luckily, they were flats. Then Charlotte came out. I said, Charlotte fighting heels. Oh, they was looking out for her for a while. I don't know if she came out late, she got cued out late, or what, because her music was playing for a minute. But maybe I'm bugging. I think her music does play for a while, and then she comes out like that. It comes out slowly like a queen and grayson, and I might have just been expecting her to run out, and she didn't. What I didn't expect was Bailey and Io, which was a nice change. So I was like, it would either be a four-way match between Io, Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca, but then I was like, that defeats the purpose of her having a Money in the Bank contract. Or I still think it's going to be a triple threat match between Bianca, Asuka, and Charlotte. I think whoever wins, Io's going to cash in on them and get the title. If not, I see her and Bailey disrupting Raw and trying to get it for Rhea. Boom. Then that got cut. Okay, and then after that was the Edge and Grayson match, which I saw, and I was like, please don't let Edge lose. This is Grayson's first match. I said, if Edge wins, I said, if Grayson wins, they're trying to put him over, but I don't see that happening, so who knows. I just watched the match. He didn't win. I know he's gonna have stuff to say at his next show, but I feel like when you have a show like the KO show, Biz TV, Grayson Waller Effect, you can't be talking junk about people and losing matches. If you gonna talk, make sure you able to back up you talk, okay? Like, if I'm gonna talk stuff about you, I'm gonna make sure I can at least beat you, so that if anything happens, you can't say I'll come to your interview. You can't say, well, I can still whoop yours. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. Not me. Like, if it was real life, not okay. Um. Then I saw the in this segment after that, because me and my son left, went to go get his Domino's, came back, went to go get my burrito, came back, it was off. So I caught the end on YouTube, and it was a segment of Usos came back out. So, you know, Roman come back out. Like I was trying to say earlier, I'm like, first of all, in my brain, you ain't trying to say nothing earlier because you ain't come out till last. So how? But okay. So then when his music came on, Jay and the music came on, I said, no, it's not Jimmy. So Jay's music came on, and Paul was entering out the back of the ring. So I was like, he's going to come through the back, but then I was like, Paul will see it. So he came down the steps. And you know what was crazy to me? See, I don't do PDA. Not people I don't know. Like, if I don't know you, even if I know you a little bit, I'm leery about giving hugs. I do that because, for one, it's germs. Two, if you hug me, reach in for a hug, I'm gonna hug you back if I want to. But I'm not gonna initiate a hug because everyone are not touchy feely. Everyone likes boundaries. Everyone likes space. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the only people I show PDA to is family, or friends I consider family. Like, people, Jay's walking down the ramp. I was gonna say Josh is walking down the ramp, And if people are touching, patting on the back, like to me, that would be like, ugh, in my brain. Like after the sermon's over, I'm going to take a shower. Because some of y'all walking with COVID, you know what I'm saying? Don't even know you got COVID because it's still asymptomatic. Don't even know you carrying flu or RSV asymptomatic. Y'all just touch me. Half of y'all go to the bathroom, don't wash your hands. Like, don't touch me. So, that happened. Then he said, oh, now I got to get you. I said, I ain't heard him say that in a while. And he cussed him out. He said, you messed up my brother. The way he said it is like his brother would. But I was like, I had tweeted, I said one thing about it. That twin bond is something special. You hear me? Cause your wife, for you to be a twin, that person is literally your other half. Your wife or husband gotta know when you're a twin or they're marrying a twin that they are second, your second soulmate. Your twin is your first. You're born with them. More than likely, y'all live close together. Y'all stay in the same city. If not, y'all don't stay that far apart. Y'all can get to each other to drive. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's 4 or 5 hours. If something happens to my twin, I can feel it, whether it's I'm around or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, siblings have that, but twins have it more. So, to me, that's like, that's crazy. He's like, I got to get you said, we gonna fight. So I was like, is this fight happening in August in Pittsburgh, or is it gonna happen like next week? Because I wanna know. Because this is gonna be an interesting match. Okay, I said he started off with Jay and Roman. It's gonna end with Jay and Roman. The deciding factor is gonna be Solo. And then someone was like, it's gonna be crazy when Solo hits Jay with the chair. Not Jay, Jimmy. Not Jimmy, sorry, Roman. And people in the comments are like, no, because Solo respects the elders too much. And I'm like, he be a little confused though, giving like that belt and stuff back. We don't know. He might be doing it for his own reasons. Okay, we don't know what that is about. So we'll see what next week brings when it comes to Smackdown and stuff. And I hope you guys are staying safe. In July and June, there are a lot of people getting flu and stuff because everybody will be outside. So please wash your hands. Please put on sunblock. Please drink plenty of water. Please blow your nose, take your allergy medicine because it's rough out here. Okay? I will talk to you later. Thanks for listening to my Wrestling Rants. Bye.